thank you, Christine, for once again going above and beyond for us. We really appreciate it. And so we know our women's event's going to be, our committee's going to be a huge success starting tonight. So with that, I do want to thank our sponsors by name. ACC Real Estate Services, Advantage Title, Ambrosino Consultant Corporation, Bank of America Merrill Lynch, Sir Tillman Ballin, and City National Bank, which is a brand new sponsor. Thank you. CoStar Group, Dime Bank, Farrell Fritz, Fercelli Deegan Tirana. What else do I have here? Slowly coming up. Henriksen, Jovia Financial Credit Union. We have Merit Environmental Consulting Corp., Milvato Property Group, Regis, the Levine Organization, Rivkin Radler, Ruskin Moscow, RXR, and I think finally Waldner's. So we really appreciate the sponsors. We couldn't do any of this without your support, and we thank you very much. So lastly, I just want to talk about some of our upcoming events. This week, for those of you who haven't signed up yet and can make it, we have two events that are they're very, very relevant subjects. The first is this Thursday. It's a lunch and learn. It's the first of our series. We're going to do a series of lunch and learns, and it's on subleasing with Town of Huntington Councilman Mark Cuthbertson, who's also an attorney. He's going to be speaking on subleases, pitfalls, challenges, and what to be careful of when you're dealing with a sublease from the perspective of the landlord, the tenant, the subtenant, and so on. And then in April, at some point, we're going to have, and we'll probably solidify a date this week, we're going to have a panel discussion on the evolution of retail space. So what we plan on doing with some of the vacant big box and retail shopping centers, how we're going to repurpose those spaces, including conversions from retail to industrial, retail to office, retail to multifamily, some really exciting things that are going to happen in the future. We're going to have a good panel to discuss that. And then June 1st is going to be here before you know it. That's our annual golf outing. But before that, another women's event, which gives you time to practice. We're going to do golf lessons. So Melissa and Amanda can tell you about that. So that's it. I want to pass it off to I guess, Melissa or Amanda to take it away. And I just want to say thank you again and have a great night. Enjoy the flowers. Hope you have fun. Open up a bottle of wine.
Thanks, Dan. Did you mention the golf outing?
I did, June 1st.
Oh, I missed that.
Okay. Have a great night, everybody.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So we're going to go through this really quickly. Thank you, everyone, for coming to our very first Women's Committee event. We thought this was great timing. We could all use some flowers. Beginning of spring, weather's coming in, Easter, Passover, spring break, and it's been a horrendous year for all of us. So we thought this would be a nice event to start with. Like Dan said, we feel it's been long overdue. I've been in commercial real estate for over 15 years. And it's so nice to have this camaraderie and just be able to bounce ideas off of other women, because it's just, it's been a male-dominated industry for so many years. And I think we're definitely seeing a shift, which is a positive thing. So I know many of you on here, and those that I don't know, I'm looking forward to meeting you. What we figured, since we only have an hour, which is why I'm speaking quickly, I don't want to waste anyone's time. We're going to go around the room, 20, 30 seconds, introduce yourselves. You can put your contact information in the chat. We already have a group email going, which I think all of you were on. Kind of just speak a little bit about yourself, the service that you do, the company that you work for. And then from there, we're going to go into the Floral design, because that's going to take about a half an hour. So Melissa Nader, I'm with Cushman & Wakefield. I specialize in retail brokerage, and I do some investment sales. I work in the office in Melville. I do a lot of tenant representation as well as landlord rep. So nice to meet you all. Amanda, do you want to go next?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Garazdi with Avis & Young. I am also a broker. I do tenant rep and landlord rep, but mostly for office and industrial properties. And that's keeping it short and simple. And what I'll do is I'm going to go through everyone on the screen. I'll just call your names, and whoever is not on video, just feel to chime in afterwards. So
Just put your contact info in the chat after. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll copy and paste everyone's contact information in the chat with your little specialty if you want to mention that too, and we'll send it around to everyone afterwards. So how about Christine Ambers?
Oh, here I am. Hi, hi everybody. I think this is just a great idea. I'm so happy to be here with everyone tonight. My name is Christine Ambers. I am an interior designer and also the president and owner of Habitat Planning and Design. I've been a commercial and residential space planner for just about 18 years, 20 years. And I specialize in space planning, interior design for offices, commercial space, medical space. And lately I've been doing a lot of residential work through the pandemic, mostly residential here in my area, Cold Spring Harbor in New York. I work out of a little red barn, and that's my studio. I'm actually there right now. And I encourage everybody to come down. We have a nice garden and coffee, and Cold Spring Harbor is a great town to walk around and shop, and love to see you pop in and share some ideas. So, and that's it.
Great. Thanks, Christine. Elizabeth Holmes. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Liz Holmes. I'm an office broker with the Rockland organization. I both do landlord and tenant rep. Nice to see everyone.
Thanks, Liz. Jenny Lynn.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jenny Lynn Georgiadis. I am the VP of Sales and Design for Waldner's Business Environments. We provide workspace solutions, including furniture, audiovisual, architectural products for contract environments, including corporate, healthcare, and education. We are a woman-owned entity, so I'm so proud to be part of a group like this. And my background is actually interior design, and I lead the sales team and the design team, so that's certainly my focus with doing work all around the country, but Long Island is my focus. Jenny Lynn from Waldner's.
Thanks. Kathy Pasquale.
Hi, all. My name is Kathy. I am with JRS Architect. I've been with them 15 years. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. JRS has been serving, we're a commercial architectural and interior design firm. We've been serving the business community for over 35 years. This month, actually, this month is our 35th anniversary, which is amazing.
Wow.
And we've at one point used to specialize in the financial industry, but we have since over the years expanded to every single industry. So we have an office in Mineola, which I work out of, and we also have an office in Princeton, New Jersey, and we do a lot of higher ed in Princeton, New Jersey. So as you all know, I've been a big networker all these years on Long Island. That's my entire career, except for about four years, has been on Long Island. So I'm fortunate to network with a lot of people, a lot of great people that I went to junior high school with, and it's really great. So thank you, Melissa, for having me, and I'm looking forward to this project here. The flowers are beautiful, by the way.
Thanks, Kathy. Jacqueline Zitelli.
Hi, everyone. Jacqueline Zitelli. I'm with Farrell Fritz. We have 5 offices across the state, but I'm primarily out of the Uniondale office. I am a commercial real estate attorney representing developers in really small businesses, any type of client in acquisitions and sales of property all across Long Island, as well as leases on the landlord and tenant side. And I'm very excited to be here. So thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Jackie. And another Jacqueline Wind.
She's muted.
You're muted.
You're muted.
Muted. Go in the bottom right corner, the left corner, bottom left corner.
Got it.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
So where do I begin? No, I'm just kidding. I have been a CIBS member for over 20 years, and it's been 20 years that I've been waiting to see a bunch of wonderful women together. So this is really, really fabulous. We waited a long time for this. I too am a recovering interior designer for over 30 years, specializing in commercial and healthcare design. Just a wonderful career in interior design, and I am now currently at a Office Works, which is a furniture dealership specializing in commercial and healthcare. It's been wonderful, and just during this whole COVID thing, just really happy that we're moving forward and just looking forward to a really wonderful year this year. So thanks for having me.
Thanks, Jackie. Allison?
I'm Allison LaFrocia. I'm with Fairfield Properties. Their commercial leasing manager. I've been a member of CIBS for 18 years now. It's great to see more and more women involved, because I can remember going to some of the first CIBS events and I was the only woman in the room. So
Usually the case.
what?
That's
Well,
usually
you and me,
the case.
Kathy. Just us. Maybe Jackie.
Yeah, right.
I'm wondering, is anyone planning to golf this year?
I am.
I want lessons.
I am.
Does anyone, like, I don't know, I just golf at the VA, so I don't know if I can golf with the guys.
So
I did
golf
the golf outing last year. It was a lot of fun, but we're going to send out a flyer that Patricia will mention, and we're going to start some golf lessons for the CIBS women's group next month.
Wonderful.
Okay, well, I know Fairfield would buy a foursome. You know, Michael offered me, he's like, if you have anyone that you want to golf with, and I'm like, I don't know if I belong on the course.
Just go out and you have
It's a lot
fun.
of
It
fun,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Allison,
It
just
doesn't matter.
own it.
Yeah, how does that work if you're not an experienced golfer? Can you just kind of get through the course? or
Totally.
you're holding
Is it
people
going-
up or-
That, you
Wait,
know,
wait, is it going to be best ball this year? Does anybody know?
What?
Best ball?
That's
It was last year, wasn't it, Melissa?
Yeah, I won last year because I was the only. I think I was the only female.
Wait,
Right.
did you?
I don't even know how to play. I'm not
What
good at
was it?
all.
just
Wasn't
went
it
to
best
junior.
ball? I think you said it was best ball.
Yeah, but I'm a baby beginner.
Best ball, just so you know, if you don't know, is everyone hits and then you go to the best shot. And everyone has to take a turn using their ball at least a couple times as a best shot, but it's really group play. So if you have a bad shot, it doesn't matter. It's for fun.
Well, I can sponsor a group of 4, so.
I'd like to do it. I'm with you, Allison.
I'd like to do it too.
I've played before, but I don't know. Are we like holding up the team behind you? How does it all work on the golf course?
I've learned it doesn't matter.
We can talk tomorrow about it.
How to play. It's all you have
Watch
to
our
know
time.
is when to pick up the ball and move on. If you don't hold up the people behind you, nobody cares.
Right.
You don't have to pick up in best ball. You'll all be fine. I started
Sign up for the outing. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, what we could do is maybe you could like send everyone's emails around and we could create some foursomes if you don't have anyone that you could play with.
So fun.
And thank you, Allison. That's great that Michael is offering to do that.
Oh, Jenny's text.
I'll
Hey,
tell you yes tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, that's it for me.
Thanks, Allison. Rachel?
Hi, sorry, I had to figure out how to unmute. I am Rachel Batiu. I'm with Mason Asset Management. We're one of the largest privately owned property owners in the country. I control the leasing and sales in 6 of their states, New York, California, Colorado, Oregon, Utah, Washington. I also do retail rep for the retailers that we own. So for Jennifer Furniture and Goodrich Movie Theater. And my own side retail brokerage on when I have free time.
Nice. All right, Kristen DeLuca?
Hi, I am Kristen DeLuca. I work for Bowler. I'm a senior project manager there and civil engineer. I've been there for, I think, going on 18 years now. And I work out of our Hop Hog office, but we have offices all up and down the East Coast. I think we're up to 27 and out into Texas also. We do mostly land development. Started out as, gas stations and banks, but we now work on everything from multi-use to residential. And right now we're working on the Islanders Arena at Belmont. So it's a nice big project in the area that we're helping out with.
That's awesome. Hi, Linda. You're on mute.
Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? My company is DesignWorks, and I do commercial interior design. I've been in business for 20 years, and a big part of my work is with Fairfield Properties. I work with Allison a lot, and we're actually working on Cushman Wakefield's new office in Melville, and it's going to be very exciting. So that's.
I haven't even walked it yet. It should be. I heard it's going to be really nice.
Yeah, a lot of very like wow features when you walk in. So it'll be great. I've been working with Joe, and and all the people in Los Angeles, and it's a big group, but it's been great. So I do all commercial interior design, and I've been doing this for 20 years. Well, in my business for 20 years, doing it for a lot more than that. And I love this group, and I'm glad that you started this women's group. And I'm excited to maybe do the golf thing this year. So
nice. Patricia, we're going to have a lot of golfers this year.
So excited.
Make sure you save some foursomes.
So
John will sell them out and tell us there's no space for us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we need to email him tomorrow to save some.
You want me to go? Am I up yet?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So Patricia Killow, I've been in banking for 40 years, always on the commercial side of things. So last 20 have been mostly commercial lending, mortgages. I work for Capital One currently, business development. I'm so glad I got involved with CIBS and the Women Committee. I also, like Kathy, have been in a lot of networking over the years. And I started golf because I got tired of all the guys in banking being able to go on the golf outings while I was still working that day. So I absolutely loved it, took lessons every week, unless it was below 40 for 2 years, the entire year. Got Melissa involved last year. She started taking them. She's as addicted as I am. I already golfed last Saturday. I was in Myrtle Beach a week ago golfing. So I love it. I still make my mistakes and I can still hit it 20 feet. My goal in the beginning was to drive to the next ball. And I can certainly do that now. So it's a lot of fun. I absolutely love it and advise you all to join and take the lessons. And we can add lessons on our own too. He's a great instructor. It doesn't kill you in price. We can set up some small groups. So certainly reach out to me if you want to start anything. And you'll get the flyers soon.
I also take lessons with him through Patty, and he's wonderful and prices are good. So if anyone ever wants to share a lesson with me, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Thanks, Patricia.
Thank you.
Colleen.
I had to unmute myself. Hi, everyone. So happy to be here, and the Women's Club's so amazing. So happy. So I was in law for 15 years up until 2017, and then I hit into real estate because of an injury. Couldn't sit home and do nothing. Went into residential, worked for Sotheby's, actually killing it right now. It's incredible. People buying homes virtually. But I also am certified in commercial, which is also doing amazing. I mean, it's unbelievable. We started our own commercial brokerage, and just amazing. We're just doing really great. Looking forward to the golfing, and the flowers are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Had a little mishap with the delivery, but I have to say the florist was at my house at 9:30 this morning. It was delivered to my neighbor's house. They got frozen overnight. And then she was literally here at 9:30 in the morning replacing the flowers. So absolutely amazing. So just kudos to her.
Awesome. Thanks, Colleen. Jennifer?
Hi, everyone. Jen Gebby. I work with Jacqueline Zatelli at Farrell Fritz. I'm a commercial real estate attorney. She already explained mostly what our practice does, but we kind of are a full service real estate practice. I tend to focus my practice in the lending world. So I represent lenders on commercial real estate loans. I'm so excited to be here. I know we've talked to Amanda like at length, Jacqueline and I, about getting a women's group together. So this is a long time in the making, and I'm so excited to be here. So thank you.
Thanks, Jen. Happy you guys could be here. Melissa?
Hi, I'm Melissa Slavin. I am with Bowler. I was hoping I was going to go before Kristen DeLuca, but I'm grateful to be here, and the flowers are so beautiful. So I'm in business development for our 2 New York Metro offices. So currently in Hauppauge and also New York City. And Kristen talked about what we do on the civil side as far as industrial, retail, healthcare, basically everything. But we also have a large permit expediting sector too. So that's proven to be very helpful for lots of our clients during this pandemic. And I've been with Bowler for about 5 years and a member of CIBS since then.
Nice. Thanks, Melissa. Lori? You're on mute.
There you go. Hi, everyone. Lori Hofer with Merit Environmental. I've been with Merit for 18 years, kind of doing a lot of office work, and transitioned over to business development about, I'd say 5 or 6 years ago, and that's when I joined CIBS. But we have offices in South Florida as well as Hauppauge, and primarily deal with lenders and developers doing environmental consulting, multifamily, commercial real estate, and so forth. So looking forward to a good night. Everything is beautiful. I had a little mishap on the delivery myself, but she pushed through and was here at 8:30 last night, ringing my bell. She was completely in the wrong town, but that's okay. These things happen. But looking forward to a good night, and thank you for including me.
Thanks, Lori. Is there anyone I missed?
I see Nancy Colella. Do you see that, Amanda?
Hey guys.
There we go.
Sorry, I was like kind of working out, doing 2 things at once, but that's why I was embarrassed. I didn't want you guys to see me doing this, but whatever. I'm actually the principal of New York State Sustainable Corp, and I run renewable integration projects for all commercial real estate throughout the state. So everything from applying a fuel cell to large utility scale installation. And that's it.
Awesome. Anyone else?
Multitasking, Nancy, as every woman does.
You know I gotta do it, Pat. You know I got a 7-year-old. I gotta get her fed. I got things, babe. I got things.
What are you doing, the Stairmaster?
Yes.
My favorite.
Love you guys.
I'm multitasking too.
I'm
multitasking.
on the foursome. I am in on the
Me
foursome,
too.
guys. I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Foursome, I'm in,
Kathy.
guys. Okay, get me in.
Kathy, cheers.
Here's to the end of COVID.
Steady
Please.
Lynn. Linda.
Hey, Carl. There's my girl, Colleen. What are you doing?
Hi, guys.
Hey, babe.
So happy to see everyone.
Yeah.
So fun.
So fun.
So fun.
All right. So, I mean, this is great. There's so many familiar faces, and I just met so many new people. And I'm looking forward to our future events. And I'm just thinking, like, if we had this in-person event, I probably would have only met maybe a quarter of you.
Yeah.
So that's like the one good thing about doing these virtual meetings.
Amanda, did you get married?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Gonna cancel it.
We were thinking of you, and I'm like, I wonder if she put it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This year,
Eric's
though.
daughter also. Yeah, we're waiting.
Soon.
Amanda, I think we have one more that joined. Marianne?
Oh, yes. Hi, Marion. You're on mute.
Bottom left.
Not getting it.
Go on the bottom left of your screen and click unmute.
Sorry, guys. How you doing?
Good. You want to just give a quick intro?
Hi, Marion Condi with NAI Long Island Commercial Real Estate. And I can't wait to do my flowers. It's fun.
Thanks. Melissa, is Meredith on the line yet? Or Christine?
Yeah, Meredith is down here.
Awesome.
She's all set up.
Hi, Meredith.
Hi everyone. I'm so excited to be here. This is a highlight of my week for sure, and to be surrounded around such amazing women. And as a women-owned business owner myself, I just appreciate all your knowledge and skills. And yeah, so today we're going to make something that hopefully resembles this. What's amazing is that
Oh, beautiful.
yeah, so Melissa, are we ready to start?
Yeah, I think so. Just one quick if you guys want to see Meredith better doing the floral arrangement, change your view back to speaker view on the top right.
Yep.
Or
Perfect.
you can just pin her.
Yeah.
If you go into her box where her picture is, you'll see 3 dots. You click on the 3 dots and then you can say pin. And then Meredith will come up the largest and everybody else will be at the top, and we'll scroll through as people speak.
That worked.
Okay.
And then once we're done, that should go until around 7. And it was wonderful to see everyone and enjoy the flower arranging.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So hi again. Yeah, so just to give you a little introduction about me, my name is Meredith. I own a floral and design studio. We do large scale events, weddings, bar and bat mitzvahs, corporate events, private house parties, things like that. And we do everything from, we're almost like the interior designers, like for an event. We'll do everything from bringing the flooring to the tables, to the chairs, to the linens, to the glassware, every detail, including the invitations. We even work on that. And we are in-house at the Paramount Theater in Huntington, so we do all their big events. And yeah, I just absolutely love working with flowers, and I haven't been able to do it as much as I typically do because of COVID. The event industry has been not the same. We're hoping come May we'll get some sense of normalcy again. I'm excited for a fun year once things start opening up. I think we're all going to hang from the chandeliers, at least I know I am. So I just wanted today to just kind of bring you guys some pretty beautiful flowers, some of my favorite balloons. And what we're going to do today is make what I call like a garden style arrangement. It's, I would say, asymmetrical. I also like to use the word like perfectly imperfect. So what's wonderful is that I really want you guys to relax and have fun. I'm so happy to see you guys with a little bit of wine and just relaxing, and really, like, if you're not relaxed, sometimes the flowers will show that you're not relaxed. So yeah, and there's really nothing wrong you can do with these flowers because they're so pretty. They'll just look beautiful with whatever you do. But I'm going to give you some general ideas on where to place things so that you have some guidelines. So if you ever wanted to make arrangement on your own, you can do so. So, so this is what we're making. And I'm just going to kind of go over to set up. Hopefully you guys had a chance to fill your vessel with water and put the flower food inside that little package, and have your flowers kind of laid out in front of you, similar to the way I have. I just want to kind of go through what we're going to be working with. So this is a beautiful foliage. It's called camellia foliage. And what's so pretty about this is it's kind of like, it has a really kind of waxy leaf, and then on the back is kind of matte. So just add some interest to the arrangement, and that's going to help build the form and the sculpture of the arrangement. And then we have these pretty tulips. which is what's nice about these is you'll see we're going to mold them a little bit. You can warm them up with your hands a little bit and give them a little bit of movement. And then we have these lavender mums, which are so pretty. I love the color. And we have, this is called campanella, or it's called bellflower. And this is a very delicate, very sensitive flower. So I hope all of yours arrived in a nice way, but they do tend to be pretty fussy. So we also have irises, which hopefully will be coming up in your garden soon. And then we have this beautiful lavender rose. And then these lovely carnations. And then some texture with these pretty berries. These are blackberries, not for consumption, but they're really pretty in arrangements. And we have, this is funny flower, it's called trichylium, purple trichylium, I'm saying right. And this is kind of give us coverage of all the mechanics. And then we have like the star piece, which is our O'Hara garden rose. And these just smell absolutely divine. One of my favorite roses. And then my second favorite flower is a ranunculus. And that's what this is. And what I love about it is it's kind of flat. It has all these pretty layers to it. And then we have some interesting finishing foliage, which I hope I pronounced this right, but it's called acacia, I believe. It's from Australia. Hope I'm pronouncing it right, but it's really cool. I love the kind of lavender and kind of gray that it has. And then these are pretty prevalent right now. I found these in the grocery store, actually. These are called hellebore, and I just love them. They almost look like little stars. And then lastly, we have Queen Anne's lace, and this is chocolate Queen Anne's lace. And what I love about this is it just has, it's almost like has a gesture to it. It kind of adds some interest and movement through the arrangement. So I'm going to try to just keep moving through the arrangement. But then at the end, I'm going to stay on if anyone wants to or have any questions or wants me to review anything, I will be available to do that. So I'm going to take this away. And I did this part for you, but I wanted to show you how I did it. So this is our vessel. It's called a compote dish. And what I did is I like to use chicken wire because it's environmentally friendly and you need something in there to hold the structure of the flowers and to keep them in place. And I find this to be what I prefer to use best. So you're going to take about a 12-inch piece of this chicken wire. You can get it at Michael's, or it's a floral chicken wire. And you're going to kind of roll it in thirds and then fold in the sides a bit. So it's almost acting as like a little cage. And then I just kind of, for lack of a better word, shove it in. So we just put that in there like that. And then lastly, what I do is secure it in place with some floral tape. So this is clear floral tape, which is great because you don't have to worry about it too much showing. So I'll usually put 2 pieces on there to secure it.
I thought I took that off because I thought it was just for you to wrap it.
Yeah, you know what? It will stay in place regardless. This is just extra security. It's more for when I'm traveling with the arrangement. So
after your flowers are popping out,
that's okay. If you took off the tape, it should still stay and have enough support in there because it's tight.
So all the roses, you take the leaves off?
Yes, all the roses, you can take the leaves off. And I like to leave them on for as long as possible because it helps the flower drink a little bit. The leaves kind of pull the water up to the top of the stem. So we're going to start first with, this is the camellia foliage. And we're going to start in a pod pattern. So there's going to be 3 sizes. So this is going to be the tallest piece that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to try to insert this kind of like up this way a bit.
Are you doing, should we do a fresh cut for each flower?
Yes.
Fresh cut.
Fresh cut for sure. And you're gonna, when you're insert, I feel like this is gonna be like the hardest thing that you do, is just kind of, it's not that hard, but just for not doing it, you know, having not done this before, this might be just the most challenging. So you have your clippers, and you're gonna clip the bottom to the right height. So you're gonna have small, medium, and large. So this is my largest. This is my medium. And then I'm gonna find another one to clip off as my small. To kind of put that. It's kind of like a triangle, sort of. I'm gonna change this a little bit to give it a bit more of, yeah. Just as a rule of thumb for like the size, this is a 6-inch container. As a rule, you can go 1.5 times the size. So you can go 1.5, 9 inches up. You can go 9 inches out. And that will look proportionate to the size of the vessel. So you have those 3 pieces in, and this is going to, like I said, give you the general structure and form.
Wait a second, I'm lost already. We put them each on the edges?
Yeah, so
large. I had to put tape on because I had taken my tape off.
Can you guys see this? The way I have it?
Mm-hmm. But no water in it yet?
Well, you should have water in yours. I'm just.
But how high up should the water be? Like I have it like 3/4 up.
That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, at the end, you'll finish it with a little bit more water. Or once you
Got
have your desired space in your house, you could top it off with some water.
Got it.
No, not yet. Yeah, and you want to kind of have like equal weight too. So you have, 2 pieces over here that are smaller, a small and a medium. And then you have a taller piece on this side.
Oh.
Can I just jump in?
Yeah.
March Madness. I just clipped off a fresh thing, shot across the table, landed in my glass.
What?
I was like, what are the odds? Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Oh, sure. So this is the next flower. Oh yeah, there it is. Sorry. So yeah, so tell me when you guys, is everyone with me pretty much?
Yeah.
Looking around. Yeah. Okay. So then we're going to find the campanella, which is, looks like this, or a bellflower. It's really cute and pretty. And you should have anywhere from 1 to 3 stems available to you. And we're going to put, again, following the same concept on repeat, you're going to have a small, a medium, and a large. So you have your large, your medium piece, and your small. You can break up one stem into several pieces, or you can use multiple stems, depending on how many were in your bucket. This was one flower that did not travel well. So, but work with what you have. And
at the bottom of these?
Yes, you're going to trim the bottom.
Okay.
Into 3 different sizes, and you're going to use, like this one here was a middle. So like this was the top of it, and this was the bottom. You know what I mean? So I cut it in half to use the 3 different sizes. So your largest size is over here. So you're going to bring that over in this area, following your longest greenery piece. Okay, so you're going to kind of. And what this is doing is now bringing some color out to the edges of your arrangement. And you're going to do the same with the medium piece. You're going to put that near your medium green foliage. And then you're going to add your smallest piece, kind of tuck it in there next to your smallest piece of foliage. And kind of angle it out to the side a little bit, which kind of looks nice. Yeah, so you're kind of making like a somewhat of an A-line. This is a little too A-line for me, or a V. I'm gonna adjust mine a little bit so it's not so straight up. And I'm working on like a lazy Susan. If you do happen to love doing this and want to work at home, this is sort of nice to spin it around on. You can get them at IKEA. They're like about $10. So I'm gonna put a little water in mine. I skipped that step, and this kind of gives it some weight so it doesn't fall over. Okay. And after we have this, we are going to put a little bit more base coverage in. So you have all this kind of ugly mechanics going on, and what we want to do is kind of cover it. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go back into our foliage, and you're going to cut small pieces, like maybe like a piece that has 3 leaves on it, like this, and 3 to 5 leaves, and you're going to kind of in a vertical across, just kind of fill it in towards the middle center with this greenery. Got that? So you can take off some of the bottom leaves too, if you need more stem to get it in there.
When do we put the food in, the water?
Oh, I'm sorry. So you should have put that in first.
Okay.
So put that in on the side, you know, so you have the flowers on the right and the left, just put it in on the side, because that'll extend the life of the flowers. Keep the water clean.
I'm not clear, where's the foliage coming from?
Oh, so this is the camellia foliage that we're using.
Didn't we already use that to establish the base?
We did, but there should have been a piece or 2 left over that you can use, or you can cut one of your stems a little bit shorter.
Okay.
You just need about like 3 pieces to go across. So I put 1, 2, and 3.
It's going across or around the foliage? I'm sorry.
It's going across pretty much. It's not an exact, you know, across, but primarily it's almost like a stripe down the middle.
It's like camouflaging the netting of
Yeah.
the wire.
Yeah, so you can put some kind of on the side over here, which is nice. I'll put 1 more piece, and then we can always go back with other things, and if the mechanics when we're finished are showing, we can always touch it up. Okay. Put 1 more piece. Silence it. Sorry about that. Okay. You can unhook that. I don't know why that's doing that. So the next flower we're going to use are these spray mums. They're lavender in color. And we're going to use about 3 to 5 of those. And this is going to help with our base coverage. So in terms of design, one of the rules I went over is kind of like that tripod where it's small, medium, and large. The second rule is, or a design concept, I should say, is like we're going to work in lines. So we kind of went a line across, and now we're going to go with these, a line from front to back. So we're going to start on one side, and go.
You're cutting most of the stem off.
This is, so some of the stems have like 3 to 5 blooms on them. So I'm cutting it, there's like the mom stem and then there's like the little kids that kind of come off of it, and I'm cutting those off. As so that you want the stem to reach the water to get to drink. And they can be at slightly different levels, but you want them low in the arrangement. They're gonna, you know, kind of help your eye travel across, but they also are going to cover the mechanics of this.
Are we also doing small, medium, large with those?
If you can, that's good to do. Like now this is not in height, but in actual size. So you don't want to put like the two, like these are similar in size. Ideally, you wouldn't want to put them next to each other. You kind of would want to put like this medium sized one next to the smaller one. I mean, it's not going to make or break anything, but that's generally what ideally you're going for. All this adds interest. Because in nature, the way things grow in nature, they're not usually the same. There's so many varying sizes and things like that. So it's just naturally more pleasing to your eye if that happens within your arrangement as well.
Are you using them all?
What'd you say?
Are we using them all?
You can, yeah, you can use anywhere from 4 to 5 to 6 if you wanted to. I would say
This is really good therapy.
It is, it's very relaxing, especially if you put on some music. And
I had music on before. I didn't know if I was going to interrupt, be disruptive with my music, so I just shut it off.
I have it on, put it in the background and press mute. It's so relaxing.
It is unbelievable.
Therapy. Well, we're drinking wine also.
Nice. So once we're done with that, you can kind of see the mine look. We are going to work with the lavender tulips. And what you're going to do with the tulips is you're going to take off all the greens, just pull it down. So you have this stem. And then you're going to take your hand. What's nice about tulips is you can warm them up with your hands a bit and tell them which way you would like them to go. Now, don't be surprised if tomorrow morning they look like this because they grow towards the light. But whenever I do arrangement, you start where you want it to go. And then unfortunately, a tulip has a mind of its own. But we're going to put one on one side and 2 on the other. So we'll take one and I'm going to put it over here. Oops, this one.
Are these tulips?
Yeah, those are purple tulips.
Okay, perfect.
My favorite flower.
They're so pretty. And the Netherlands grows the most spectacular flowers. Like I always say, like Italy is known for their food and the Netherlands is known for their flower production. Like they're just amazing. And they have tulip fields there that go on for
so pretty.
Ever and ever.
I have a dozen yellow tulips in my kitchen right now, and they're just spectacular.
They're so nice, and they really brighten your day. I know with all of us working from home these days, I find to have flowers in the house is just so important. It really does brighten your day. And
they really do. We've been doing that for a year. Every week, fresh flowers. It just really does make you happier.
Yeah,
it does.
Right. So you have one on one side and 2 on the other. Something somewhat like that. And these will grow a little bit as well. So, they get longer.
Will the buds open?
They will. And you know what you can do with tulips, which I love to do sometimes, is you can fold back the leaves like this. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but you can fold these back.
Ooh.
And it almost looks like a completely different flower.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. So pretty.
So pretty.
Yeah, so these are pretty. They have a nice.
Were we supposed to put the blackberries in already?
Not yet. I didn't put the blackberries in yet. So those are the tulips. And we're next going to do the irises, which are like this. And again, just like the tulips, you're gonna peel off the bottom like that. And this one, you're gonna do that tripod concept again. So a small, a medium, and large. So you're gonna take one, you're gonna follow your greenery, wherever you put that large one. This one's a little too far out. Or the longest one, you're going to kind of follow that line with your iris. And it can go out a little further, it can be a little shorter. Another rule of thumb with this style arrangement is like you don't want anything to be at the same height. You want to add dimension by, you know, varying the lengths of the flowers. And it's hard to see some of you, but some of you have your greenery a little too like vertical instead of out to the side. It's hard to see, but I'm just catching the eye a little bit.
That's me. Should I cut it shorter?
Not shorter, but see if you can angle it to the side a little bit.
Okay.
Like more on a 45.
Does it match the picture table?
With all the flowers, you pull off all of these sprays.
Yes, just the bottom.
You just get to the main flower.
Just stuff, you want to pull that off.
But you leave the leaves that are closer to the flower on, because I can do this.
You can.
Okay.
You can also take them off. It doesn't, either way is fine. But I like to leave some of them on because it gives the iris some support.
Okay. This is so fun.
So then we're going to do your medium. Like I'm going to put this one in over here. Which is actually, I'm going to call this my small, actually. And then I'm going to make my other one a little longer.
A lot of flowers.
Yes, yes.
A lot of flowers.
Yes, very nice. Very generous.
So now we're going to go in with our lavender roses. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is clean off. These are called like the protective petals. And you're going to take out the outer and anything that looks a little damaged in transit, because just keep in mind, these come from a long, like far away. So sometimes they do get squished in the box or left on at the airport too long. So, and then what I like to do too is like, you can blow them open a little bit if you'd like, and that kind of helps them open a bit. So we're going to clean all of these first. So you take off all the leaves and then these outer petals that look a little yucky. I've seen better days.
Where are they from? Do you know?
These are from Ecuador.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Ecuador's and Colombia are known for their roses.
What a journey to get into my dining room.
I know. They really come a long way.
A long way.
Different lengths.
Yeah, so now what we're doing after you clean them all, we're going to insert them, but we're going to start with a longer length. We're going to insert it from left to right. So this line, like you did the line with this way, we're going the other way. So you're going to add a longer stem out to the side. You're going to start there because again, this is like bringing color out of your arrangement. And then the next one, you're going to do a little closer to the center like this. And then we're going to put the third one now a little bit lower in the arrangement, but next to this one. So again, you're going to like creating this line visually with your eyes. We'll do another one over here.
Are we using all of our roses, all of our lavenders?
You can use anywhere from 5 to 8, I would say.
Yeah, because I have a lot of them.
Yeah, so you can do even 9 if you wanted to. But it just sometimes one needs more. So you start with a recipe, but it's a loose recipe because sometimes the flower is like bigger than the other flower.
Is it towards the back or across the middle? It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
Can you see it's like across the middle?
Okay.
Let's do. Sometimes the chicken wire is a little tight in there, so you have to find a hole. Okay. Well, let's put one more in there. A little bit low.
I think I got this going on so good.
Okay. Is everyone with me?
So far, so good.
Okay.
Let's just went across the middle. Mine's looking, I think I'm doing a good job.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They could be all different heights. I like to do on the outer edges or the beginning and the end of the line longer to extend that color out.
No yellow. I love yellow.
Oh, we're doing the other white ones too?
We're going to do the white ones. That's going to be last.
Okay.
So now we're going to put in, we'll start with this purple flower. Now this can be, if you have a bigger one, you can break it up. But we're just going to put like 1 or 2 in, or break one in half. And again, this is only to really cover the mechanics. I just put one right there.
When you say the,
you put tape on it.
Are you talking about the chrysanthemums?
I am talking about, this is called trachelium. It's this purple, do you see it?
where are you doing, where are you putting that?
That one's broken actually, but you can kind of see it.
Where are these going?
They're going almost like you put the leaves in to cover the mechanics. Mine is right here, if you can see it. It's very low. So you're gonna put one on one side, and if you have another one, put one on the other, or you could break it in half. Like they have like little pieces you could pick off and just kind of, this is almost like too much. So I think almost one is good enough. And then we're gonna do the same thing with these really pretty carnations. I mean, carnations get a bad rap, but I think these are really, really pretty because they have that gradation in color. And again, they're just a nice, you won't even really see these when we're done. You're just gonna, again, use them to give
They're great fillers.
Right. They're gonna be kind of, again, like hide the mechanics to it and just add a little bit of depth and color and variety because they're nice, deep plum color. So.
You know what?
About 3 of these or 2 of these, whichever, maybe 3, I would say, would be good. And so kind of have something like this going on. And now we're going to add in the berries. Now, like I said, this is an asymmetrical arrangement. So we're gonna only probably add them on one side. And this is not the best season for them right now. They came in a little bit, almost like they got feather burn or something, but they're still gonna add a nice texture to your arrangement. So these are gonna be kind of low. So see, I just put them right in the front. Because this style arrangement works really well with any sort of berries or fruit kind of cascading down. So you can use all different kinds of things. Things you find outside are really nice because a lot of things you can forage for in your backyard and you'd be surprised.
Which ones were you using? I missed it.
Oh, sure. These are, they look like this. They have like little berries.
Okay.
And then we have, let's go into our ranunculus.
Where do the berries go?
Oh, the berries go, I think I have some right here. So just on one side, you can just cut them kind of short. And I like to do.
Along the long side? Oh, okay.
Yeah, just everyone see that right there. Just a little cluster on one side. And now we're going to go in with the ranunculus, which looks like this. And what you're gonna look for in the ranunculus is, I tried to give everyone 3 different sizes, like a small, a medium, and a large. So you're gonna kind of put them in order. So what we'll do is take off all this little buds and take them off a little bit. You could leave one on if you like, because they're kind of cool, but sometimes you need to take at least the lower one, take it off. And any sort of this kind of celery looking greenery, you take that off too at the bottom. So something like this. This one has a lot, so I'll take some of them off. So now here, we are I'm gonna put them on this side. So we're gonna kind of cluster them on the left-hand side. Like if you're looking at your arrangement, we'll put 1, 2, and then 3, and at different heights. I'll show you as I do it. I'm gonna turn it around for you a second so you can see. My tape is in the way here. Sometimes the tape gets in the way when you go to put it in, it's like locks it. So you just have to keep trying, find another little spot. Yeah, so you're gonna have something like this happening on one side. What? Oh, here. So 1, 2, 3, like that. And then on the other side, we're going to do the hellebore. So this is the hellebore. They're green. They look like they're kind of short. They look like little stars. And we're going to take these and pull off any sort of leaves that you see. So it's really about the bloom that's going to be the star of on the side here. And these are just accent flowers. The roses, which we're going to do next, the big garden roses, that's your focal flower. So you always want to have different levels and sizes. And so I'm going to pick off roughly like 3 different. So I have 1, 2, and let's say 3. Something like this one has a few extra blooms on it. So I'm going to pull one. It might be too heavy. I'm going to pull one off. And then I will, just like the ranunculus, so if the ranunculus is on the right side in the front, because I turned mine around, I'm going to do it on my left side over here with the hellebore. And sometimes it's something like this. You can buy the plant at like Trader Joe's and then cut off the stems and then use them in your house, and you can plant the plant outside when it gets a little warmer. And then that'll continue to bloom.
Can I ask you what this is? This is beautiful.
Come around. That's a ranunculus.
So pretty.
That's one of my favorite flowers.
My mom loves this. I'm making this for my mom, so.
Yeah, it's beautiful because it's like flat, and I use this a lot for boutonnieres, the smaller ones, because it's really nice and it holds up well out of water, and they just have a lot of interest to them. I always say they're almost like a peony, but they're like flat.
Yes. I have them peonies growing in the front of my house, and it looks like a baby peony.
My mom's like, that's a peony. I go, I don't think so.
So
I thought they were.
Yeah, peonies are, unfortunately, they're not quite ready yet. So I couldn't get my hands on any. We have maybe in like another month or 2 weeks or so before they're gonna be coming out, at least in the wholesale market. Because you can get them from different locations, but sometimes they're far away, and then by the time you get them, they're just not pretty. So you always want to kind of work, well, at least I try to work with local flowers as much as I can. So the next flower we're going to use is a white O'Hara rose. And this is what I sub for peonies if I can't get my hands on them. And this is really pretty because similar to a peony, it has a very high petal count. So like we did with the lavender roses, you're going to peel off any damaged petals on the outside. And
it almost has like a citrusy smell to it.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Pretty. What kind of rose is this? I
Oh.
love it.
It's called O'Hara. O'Hara.
So beautiful.
Yeah, and
Wow.
what you have to watch out for, and what happens was I was just putting water in a bucket, and I spilled a little water on the top of the roses. You would think it would be fine, but it actually causes the petals to rot a little bit. You'll get like brown spots. So don't ever put water on top of the rose. You want to always water from the bottom.
They smell fabulous.
They do. Now what we're going to do, staying with our whole symmetry, we're going to put one rose on the side with, I like to put it on the side with the ranunculus so we don't take away from them. And then we're going to put kind of one on a little higher on the other side and lower in the front on the other side, which I'll show you. So let me do this one first. You can always like move flowers around a little bit if you need to. Like I just moved one of my mums out of the way. And again, these should be very, very low in the arrangement, kind of almost touching the edge of the vessel. Kind of like that. So that's what my one side looks like. And then the other side, I'm going to do one kind of like that, and then one a little bit higher. So these you kind of want to, the bottom of it, you want it touching one of the lower blooms, like kind of on top of it, but, and then look, yeah, nested in there. Okay. I'll turn this around for you guys so you can see. And this is what the other side looks like. Like that. So you kind of see their nesting in. And that kind of balances out with this little hellebore. Let me stick that in for a bit. And also I'm noticing my leaves on my greenery are a little dirty. So if you see that on yours, you can always just take a wet paper towel and kind of wipe them off because they'll look better like that. Then we're almost done. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to add this, what is it? Acacia? I forget what it is. It always, for some reason, there's certain things you just can't get the name. I just can't get the name of these. So my apologies, but it's sort of gray and has purple on the edge. And what we're going to do is, again, similar to like the small, medium, and large, but really this is a greenery that we're using to frame the flowers. So it has a lot of interest. It's so different, but it's going to bring that purple color out to the side. And then we'll do another one. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I love that they sort of move, like they're not straight.
Yeah, they're in the floral industry we call them gestural.
Yes, okay. Good vocabulary word.
Yeah, so these will just move the eye and just highlight some of your focal flowers, like the beautiful garden rose there. So I'm putting in about 3 pieces, but you could put in a few more, like low. If you see any of the mechanics, still, you could take this and like a small piece and just kind of put it in there a bit. Because there's definitely some, like, you could use your own, everyone's eye is a little different. So whatever artistically you want to see. And I kind of went pretty quick with this. I'm trying to, without not keep you guys on here all night. So but you can always take more time and go back and adjust things to you so that it's pleasing to you. And don't be afraid.
Sort of used,
What'd you say?
I used them for height, actually, to give me a little bit of height.
That's great, actually. Sometimes I do use them for height, so that's very intuitive. And then last but not least, we will be using this chocolate lace flower, which I love. But you can find these on the side of the road, actually. They're a bit of they're in the weed family, but I just love them. They're very delicate, and these are going to kind of, sounds kind of cheesy, but just kind of like dance around your arrangement, just kind of float out there and kind of help you create that movement piece in there. So you should have about 2 of them that you can use. And I keep them on the longer side, but
If anyone's dish keeps falling over.
Your dish, do you have water in it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I have it top heavy on one side.
Yeah, mine's doing the same thing.
Yeah, if you feel that way, adjust some of your greens or flowers to go out to the side a bit more instead of straight up. Maybe that's it.
I think I did okay. I don't have any extra parts.
Okay, good. Yeah, sometimes if we do this in person, it's a little bit easier because I can go around to each of you and kind of help adjust things a bit. What? Oh,
beyond help.
I wish my hydrangeas were in bloom. I'd love to throw a couple of them in.
That'd be beautiful.
I'm just looking at all your masterpieces. Oh, very nice. So what you guys need to do is now go back in and just adjust the, you see right here where the flowers meet the vessel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that that's covered. So if you have another flower or a piece of greenery or a piece of like even this stuff, if you're noticing any space in there, you want to fill that in. So
don't you find that I know a lot of times I'll arrange and then I'll give it a day and then I sort of rearrange again, depending on how they sort of settled in?
Yeah, I mean, it's good to step away and then come back to it again. And sometimes, some days everything goes perfectly for me and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like an amazing florist. And then the other days I'm like, oh God, I don't know. But it could be just like I'm stressed about something.
No help.
Where do we get the wire again if we want to do
Sounds like life.
Yeah, so Michael's, actually, you can go to Michael's and they typically sell it there. Or like Hobby Lobby would probably sell it, or I'm trying to think where else.
What is it called? Like,
it's called Floral chicken wire.
Okay.
So it's actually the wire they use to keep chickens like in their pens or whatever. And they made it for the floral industry. So it's green versus like silver. So it kind of is.
It's coated.
It's coated. Right. And you want to use like about a 12-inch piece and you want to like fold it in thirds. And you could always use floral foam too. That works similarly. And we also sometimes use something called a frog, which is almost like a pin cushion. And you can stick the flowers in using that as well.
And you should keep those. When you get arrangements that have those in them, you keep them. That way you can always reuse them.
You guys did such a beautiful job.
Many holes.
I made 2. I made one for my mom, which is this one I'm going to deliver right now. And I made this one.
Pretty.
That's so pretty. Yours came out beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
We just bought a 92-inch round table and it's tremendous.
I saw that, Colleen, when I came in your house. I was looking at it and I was like, that's gorgeous.
Oh, that was you this morning?
Yeah, I was there this morning.
Your hair was up.
Oh, I had a mask on. I was like,
Yeah, so this is going, well, on the table for Easter, but I'm going to be calling you for an arrangement to have delivered.
Sure, I would love to.
Right.
Yeah,
So
so I
nice.
love that round. I love round
Oh,
tables
that's
in general. I have one
Is
in
it
my.
weird to have
Why are you doing
arrangements
it?
made? You do stuff like that? You'll do house deliveries
Yeah,
besides
we do house
parties and everything?
deliveries. We don't do as much retail. We now we do a little bit here and there, but we used to do mostly just like exclusively events. But I'm sort of dabbling with floral design classes and personal arrangements for Easter or Passover or.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm up to Sotheby's today, and
My husband just asked me, how much would this cost him?
So this would probably retail for about 150 to
easy.
maybe.
Well worth it. It's well worth it. It's spectacular.
Yeah,
It's a lot of flowers.
Just ask him how great is his love.
30 years. I'm done asking.
So do you think there's value in the flower district in Manhattan?
There's value? What'd you say?
Meaning like going down there and picking up a lot of flowers versus like going to a Trader Joe's or a BJ's or a florist?
They'll have more selection and they'll have more higher end flowers in the city. So there's Dutch flower line, which is my favorite. Again, it's Dutch, it's from the Netherlands. They get the most amazing blooms. Just to even go there as a field trip would be amazing for you to do. And the value, I would say Trader Joe's is the cheapest. Sometimes my wholesalers are more expensive than Trader Joe's have the same flowers.
Wow.
So definitely, I think what Trader Joe's does is maybe that's like their loss leader, or that's just like something they don't make a huge profit on, but like brings people into their stores. And they have big buying power too. So I might be buying, 100 stems.
I need to hop off, but I just want to thank you so much for this wonderful evening. I felt like I just had a therapy session. It was great spending this hour and a half with all of you, and I look forward to our next one. And I certainly look forward to playing some golf.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
Everybody take pictures of your arrangement.
Yes, we had to put them in.
That's a great idea.
Yes, please do. And you can tag me. I don't know if you guys are on Instagram, but I'm at the Showplace NY.
What is it? What's your Instagram?
It's at the Showplace NY.
Okay.
Can you put all your information at the end into the chat when you have a chance, Meredith?
Yeah, sure. I will. And if anyone would like to stay on and have any questions, I'd be happy to do that too.
Melissa, you said you're going to pass what's in the chat around, right? We don't.
I think Amanda's got. Amanda, do you have the chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste everyone's information and we'll send it around to the same.
Perfect. I think we have one more sponsor that came on. Davi came on from City National. Davi, you still here?
Yes, it's Davy Chirpellis.
Davy, hi, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Hi, hi, sweetheart. It's so good to see you. It's so good to see some familiar faces and some new faces to get to know. I'm very excited. I'm sorry for my delay. I had a little trouble getting in. I late registered and it didn't work, but I'm happy to be here. And this was so much fun.
Awesome. Thank you. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you,
guys.
everyone. Good night. Great to meet you all and see your all faces. Bye.
The next one, the next
Bye,
event
everyone.
should be in person.
Absolutely. Golf.
Yes, golf.
Yay.
Good night, guys.
Thank you so much.